Hi there, my name is Kevin Taylor and this is another Trophy Comics video where I'll be showcasing lots more award-winning comics. And yeah, I'm just going to get on with this haul as I usually do. So yeah, so starting from left to right here, I'm going to start off with Justice League. And here we have the New Frontier special. And basically, the original DC New Frontier miniseries, which was a 6-issue miniseries, won Eisner, Harvey and Schuster Awards. And the series was written and drawn by the late great Darwyn Cooke, who died in 2016, may he rest in peace, who also worked on this special issue here that tied in with the release of the animated film in 2008. So when the original series came out, it won quite a lot of awards, and then DC and Warner Brothers decided to make an animated movie, and they released this special. And this book actually features some original stories, and it's a really cool movie tie-in. And there were a few graded of this on the census, and there's 3 9.8s that are unsigned, so this is one of the 3. There's 16 9.8s that are signed, and there's 21 total copies graded on the CGC census. So yeah, very, very nice indeed. And I'm really pleased to have this in my collection. And this one features art by J-Bone. And yeah, it's Darwyn Cooke stories. So yeah, very, very nice indeed. So yeah, really, really pleased to have this in my collection. And yeah, so that's the first book I'd like to show. And as per usual, I have got a reader's copy for this issue, so which I'm going to place here. So yeah, there's quite a lot of glare in this bedroom at the moment because it's a really hot day outside, and I've got the conservatory door open, so in my comic book room doors open, so just to let a bit of fresh air in. And yeah, so the picture doesn't look too bad though, looking at the picture here. So I'm going to carry on. So yeah, the second book I'd like to show is this one, and here we have Fantastic Four issue number 60, and this is a really cool one, as this book is actually one of the best-selling comic books of all time. And at the time of doing this video, it's the 3rd best-selling comic book of all time. And this book was originally 9 cents when it came out, and it sold a total copy of 752,699 copies. So that's quite a lot of comic books there. So yeah, really, really neat. The actual #1 best-selling comic book is actually X-Men #1 by Jim Lee, which sold over 8 million copies. So yeah, this is really, really cool book that you can find for really cheap. And I like this one, as it actually won an award. It won a Squiddy Award for Best Short Story in 2002 for a story called Inside Out, that was written by Mark Waid and features art by Mike Ringo, who has his own Ringo Award. So yeah, really, really neat. He's not around anymore, so rest in peace, Mike Ringo. And yeah, yeah, he had a Ringo Award was named in his honour, of course. And this book also features art by Cole Kessel. And this issue actually also featured in Wizard the Comic Magazine's Best 100 Single Issues Since You Were Born. And it's a list of books, and that spanned for over the course of 30 years. So between 1976 and 2006. And this was number 87 on the Wizard's Best Single Issue Comic Stories list. So yeah, really, really nice. And I'm really pleased to have this in my collection. So yeah, and I've got a reader's copy for that one as well. So I'm going to put that one up there like that. Okay, really, really nice. Okay, we're moving on to independence now. Okay, the next book I'd like to show is this one. And here we have Grim Tales of Terror, Quarterly, H.H. Holmes. And this was released by Zenescope Entertainment. And it's a one-shot comic. And this book won a Zenny Award for Best Single Issue in 2022. And it was the first year that Zenescope done the Zenny Awards, or the Zennies. And yeah, when I picked this book up, it only cost me like £25, like already graded. And I paid £25 postage from the United States. So it only cost me £50 this book. And it was the only one that was graded on the CGC census at the time. So yeah, really, really neat. And yeah, really, really pleased to have this in my collection. And this is, of course, this is the A cover. There are a number of variant covers you can pick up, as Zenescope tend to do like a lot of variant covers for their issues. So yeah, this is a really, really cool one, and I'm really pleased to have this in my collection. And there's a reader's copy for that one as well. Okay, it's lovely. Okay, so we're moving back to DC. And the next one I'd like to show is this one. And here we have Justice League, issue number 1. This isn't the first printing. This is actually a Dollar Comics reprint. And the cool thing about this story is this story was number 18 on Wizard the Comic Magazine's Best 100 Single Issues Comics Since You Were Born. So yeah, number 18 on the list. And yeah, really, really neat. And also this issue was an Eisner Award nominee for Best Single Issue One Shot in 1988. So yeah, I'm really, really pleased to have this in my collection. And maybe someday I might get a graded copy of this issue. But for readers' copies, I don't mind having reprints for readers' copies. So yeah, really, really nice. And yeah. Okay, moving on to the next book. And we have a really, really cool one here, which I actually got from Germany. And I ordered it online off of eBay. And this book was limited to 1,000 copies. And this is a Deadpool special. And it's got a really, really cool Purple Rain homage cover. And Purple Rain is a multiple award-winning film, mostly for its songs and its soundtrack by Prince. But it's a National Film Preservation Board Registry USA Award winner in 2019. And Prince also won an Image Award for Outstanding Actor in a Motion Picture in 1984. So yes, it's a really, really cool self-contained story. But it's a foreign comic. It's a German comic book. And it is partly published by Marvel Comics and Panini Comics. So yeah, very, very nice. And it's got a really, really cool Deadpool Purple Rain homage cover. Movie homage cover. So yeah, very, very nice indeed. Okay. Well, the next one I'd like to show is another Zenescope book. And here we have Robin Hood, Cult of the Spider Queen. And this is cover D by John Royale. And the thing I like about this issue is basically, of course, it's a self-contained story, but also Robin Hood won a Zenny Award for Character of the Year in 2022. So this book came out in 2021, so this issue qualified for my collection. And there's a whole checklist of Robin Hood comic books that I'm collecting. And yeah, this is a really, really neat one. And the reason I usually pick up the A covers for readers' copies, and I do have a reader's copy for this one also, but I like this one, and someday I'd like to actually get this book graded. So that's why I picked up this cover here, the cover D, the John Royale. As the thing I really like about this book is the fact that Zenescope released a John Royale calendar recently this year, and basically this cover here was actually featured as its centerfold poster. So yeah, really, really neat. So I'm really, really pleased to have this in my collection. And yeah, really, really cool. So that's Robin Hood, Cult of the Spider Queen. Okay, well, the next one I'd like to show is this one. And here we have Pinky and the Brain, issue number 6. And this one's a really cool one. And I've actually just started my own comic book award, which is a Trophy Comic Award, for books that deserve more wider recognition. And this is a book that I've awarded that award to. And I'm actually thinking about doing like a special like quarterly episodes where I show books where I've awarded Trophy Comic Awards. And yeah, this is one of the books that I awarded the award to. And I awarded this book a Trophy Comic Award for comic book deserving of wider recognition. This one has a really, really cool Plan 9 from Outer Space spoof story and cover homage. And yeah, really, really nice. And it's like a claymation cover, which you don't get very many claymation comic book covers. And also the fact I like about this book is it actually has 0 on the CGC census, which is quite mind-boggling really, because there are a lot of Plan 9 from Outer Space fans out there, and it's got quite a large cult following. So yeah, really, really nice comic book that I want to showcase. And this is a book that I've awarded Trophy Comics Award for comic book deserving of wider recognition. So yeah, very, very nice indeed. So that's that book. Okay, so the next one I'd like to show is this one. And here we have another homage cover. And this is Thanos Death Notes, issue number 1. And this is also a self-contained story. And basically, this is a Gone with the Wind homage cover, movie homage cover. And Gone with the Wind is an OFTA Hall of Fame award winner, 1997 for motion picture. And it's also a National Film Registry Preservation Board USA award winner in 1989. Plus, it's a People's Choice Award winner for favourite all-time motion picture in 1989. So yeah, it's a really classic old film. And yeah, and this has got a really, really nice homage cover by Daniel Acuna. So yeah, and it's a book you can still find for like cover price. So yeah, very, very nice indeed. And I'm really pleased to have this one in my collection. So yeah, really, really cool. Okay, right, the next one I'd like to show is this one. And here is another comic book that I've awarded a Trophy Comics award to for more value for money comic book. And here we have Peanuts issue number 0. And this book was only $1 when it came out. And it features loads of new Peanut strips. And it's a preview issue for Kaboom's Peanut series. So yeah, very, very nice. And I'm really pleased to have this in my collection. And apparently Peanuts is like the best-selling comic book of all time series. And Peanuts has been around for a long, long time. So yeah, with Snoopy and the gang. So yeah, really, really pleased to have this in my collection. Also, I must say about this issue, there was also a reprint of this issue. That's a free comic book day issue. I believe it was released around in 2012. And it was a flip book with Adventure Time. And Adventure Time also won like won lots of awards. So for the TV show, series and comic books. So yeah. So really, really cool. So if you can't find this in the back issue bins, then look for the Free Comic Book Day Adventure Time issue from 2012. So yeah. So yeah, really, really nice and really pleased to have this in my collection. And whenever I see Peanuts, for what I say, like, I can find Snoopy comic books for Peanuts, then I'll pick them up, like, especially like the free issues. So they've done a number of Free Comic Book Day issues for Snoopy and Peanuts. So yeah, really, really cool. And I say anytime I can find some cheap Snoopy books, then, you know, I'll pick them up, like. So yeah, really, really cool. Okay, right, the next one I'd like to show is this one. And here we have The Flash, issue number 182. And this one features a really cool Captain Cold cover. And this one features a story called Absolute Zero. And it was number 22 on Wizard the Comic Magazine's Best Single Issue Since You Were Born list from 1976 to 2006. So yeah, number 2 on the Wizard list. So yeah, really, really neat. And I'm really pleased to have this in my collection. So yeah, really, really cool book. Okay, well, the next one I'd like to show is this one. And here we have Iron Man, issue number 237. And this is a really cool one, as this one features a story called Star Hunter. And this book is number 50 on Wizard the Comic Magazine's 100 Best Single Issues Since You Were Born list from 1976 to 2006. So yeah, it's a really, really cool standalone Iron Man story comic book. So yeah, really, really neat. And I actually gifted a copy of this issue to Black Box Silver and Bronze, who's got a really cool comic book channel. Like he's on Instagram and he's got a really cool YouTube channel. And I say I did actually give him an AOK. I think it was sometime last year or the year before. And I included this book as part of the AOK. So, and I believe he's got a video up on his channel. But do check out his YouTube channel. And do check out his Instagram channel. That's Black Box Silver and Bronze. And he's a really cool comic book collector. And he's got some amazing comic books. And if you want to see books that you kind of never seen before, then check out his channel. So yeah, there's a shout out for Black Box Silver and Bronze. Okay, really, really cool. Okay, what the next one I'd like to show is this one. Here we have, and I'm not quite sure how I'm going to show these books, but here we have a Chew, issue number 27. And the cool thing about this one is this book didn't actually win any awards, but there is a story to this book, because basically this book was printed out of sequence at the wrong time, and then Image later on released a second printing at the right time, like a few months later. And basically the second helping edition actually looks like this one here. And the cool thing about this one is this one actually won a Glyph Comics Award for best cover for Rob Guillory. So yeah, really, really neat. And this is, as I said, this one's a really interesting comic. As I say, the original first print, it was printed out of sync, and this is the second helping edition. But there's also more to this story as well, because I was going through my collection a little while ago, and I noticed I haven't got any J. Scott Campbell comic books in my collection. So I was looking at J. Scott Campbell comic books, and then I came across this one, which is Hero Comics 2011. And basically, this one also has a variant cover by Adam Hughes, so also keep a lookout for that one. But this issue here actually features a Chew story called License to Pill, I believe. Is it License to Pill? Oh, A View to a Pill. Sorry. Yeah, this one features a story called A View to a Pill. And basically, A View to a Pill was reprinted in this issue here, this second helping edition. And it was the first time it was reprinted, and it's never been reprinted in a Chew trade paperback form. So yeah, so I thought it was really, really neat. And this book actually has a tie to this book. So I just thought that was really cool. So yeah, really, really nice. I'm really pleased to have this in my collection. And of course, this is a Goldilocks fairy tale cover. So yeah, very, very nice. So yeah. Okay, right, moving on to the next book. Okay, the next book I'd like to show is this one. And this is a Vertigo preview issue. And it features a number of comic book previews, like Sandman Mystery Theatre, Death, the High Cost of Living, and what was the other ones it's got in there? I think it's Shade the Changing Man, and there was a number of other Vertigo properties in this book. But this book also features an original 8-page Sandman story written by Neil Gaiman. And yeah, it's got a story called Fear of Falling, and the issue is actually illustrated by Kent Williams. The story, and the Netflix TV show is coming back for a second season. So Sandman comic books are quite hot at the moment. But this is a really interesting one, as this preview actually won a Don Thompson CompuServe Comics and Animation Forum Award, aka the Thompsons Award, for Best Marketing Idea in 1992. So yeah, really, really neat. And yeah, really, really cool. So I'm really pleased to have this in my collection. And yeah, this is a nice book you can find for quite cheap. And of course, the Sandman stories are highly critically acclaimed. So yeah, very, very nice. So yeah, so that's that issue. Okay, so the next issue I'd like to show is a Marvel comic book. Here we have Superior Spider-Man, issue number 1. And I heard a rumour recently that they're bringing back the Superior Spider-Man. And this one's quite an interesting one, as this one had a Halloween Comics reprint. Like, it's a free comic reprint. And yeah, so, but I thought this one's quite interesting, as this one won a Diamond Gem Award in 2013 for Comic Book of the Year over $3. So yeah, this is a really, really cool book you can find for really cheap. And as I say, if you can find the Halloween Comic Fest issue, then it's really cheaper. And I actually awarded the Halloween Comic Fest issue a trophy award for more value for money comic book. So yeah, really, really nice. So yeah, really pleased to have this in my collection. And as I said, this is a Diamond Gem Award winner in 2013 for Comic Book of the Year over $3. Okay, so that's really, really cool. Okay, Right, the next one I'm going to show, and I'm going to show an extra one here actually, because I've got it on the table here. So yeah, here we have Excalibur, issue number 14. And this one is a Squiddy Award winner for best short story, I believe, or best story. And this one had a story called Too Many Heroes. And this one is really, really neat. And if you check out my last video, or was it my second video actually on my channel, you'll notice I actually showcased Excalibur number 16 also. So check out that video. And that also won like a Squiddy Award for a story called Warlord. But this issue here, as I said, won an award for best story or best short story for a story called Too Many Heroes. And this one has a really neat wraparound cover. And I'm going to undo this book and I'm going to show it to you. Okay, so... okay, if I undo this cover here. So, yeah, really, really neat. And it features like the Avengers facing off against like the X-Men and stuff. I'll put that there like that. Just for a moment, you can see it, have a good peek at the picture. So, yeah, really, really neat. So, yeah, really, really cool cover there. And I say, if you've got your eye on this book and you want to look for this book in the back issue bins, then also keep an eye out for issue number 16. So that's why I wanted to mention that issue also. So yeah, very, very nice. And this one has artwork by Alan Davis and Mark Farmer, I believe, and Paul Neary. So before Paul Neary took over art duties. So yeah, really, really cool. So yeah, really, really pleased to have this in my collection. And yeah, really, really cool. Okay. Right, the next one I have to show, well, it's actually two books actually, because sometimes if I'm doing these videos and there's another book in a certain series that has won awards, and I'm going to try and showcase them at the same time. So while you're looking for one issue, you might as well look for the others. Okay, so the issue I want to showcase is this Image comic book series. And here we have Phonogram, the Singles Club, issue number 1. And this one's a really cool one, as this one was ranked number 6 on CBR's 10 best single comic stories of the modern age. So yeah, really, really neat. It was a 7-issue mini-series following 7 people through one night at a nightclub in London, with each issue containing one story. So yeah, really, really neat. And I say this one was ranked number 6 on CBR's 10 best single issue comic stories of the modern age. So yeah, really, really nice. Okay, and as I was saying, I've got one more book to show now, and this is from the same series, Phonogram, the Singles Club. And yeah, this is going to be the end of the video. So here we are. Here we have Phonogram, the Singles Club, issue number 4. And this one is a really, really neat one, as this one actually won an Eagle Award in 2010 for favourite single story, called for a story called Konnichiwa Bitches. And it's written by Kieran Gillen with art by Jamie McKelvey. So yeah, this is number 4 of the 7-issue series. And it won an Eagle Award in 2010 for favourite single story for a story titled Konnichiwa Bitches. So yeah, really, really cool. So yeah, before I go now, I want to give a few shout outs like I usually do. Oh, I've got that Excalibur book here. Why don't I put that back there for a minute? Okay, put that back there. Okay, while I'm doing some shout outs, I'm going to say ta-da on this video. So right, the first person I'd like to give a shout out is Kicker Comics. So you've got a really, really cool Instagram channel. I'd also like to give a shout out to the Collectibles Queen. And I'd also like to give a shout out to Bubs Comics. That's Bubs World 181 on Instagram and YouTube. And I'd also like to give a shout out to Night Tiger Comics. So yeah, really, really cool channel. So yeah, and also I'd like to give a shout out to Collecto6. So yeah, those are the shout outs for this month. So stay tuned for another video coming soon. And take care everyone. Be safe out there. Okay, take care now. Thank you everyone. Take care now.